you guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the KNeady Homesteader channel and a video that I have been wanting to do for you guys for months now. And I'm so sorry that I always forget to film this. Several of you have asked, especially lately, right before Christmas, the holiday season, some of my favorite tools that I use in my kitchen to help me where I'm a little bit more challenged in my new way of life. So I'm going to show you some of the favorite things that I have in my kitchen that help me with my hands and my inability to do some of the things that I used to be able to do before our tragedy. So without further ado, I'm going to spin you around and I'm going to show you some of my favorites. Okay, so right off the bat, here's where my sink is, and I'm just going to spin you around and I'm going to show you where this is hidden. Right under this is my cabinet that holds our like glasses. Right under here is a little hidden tool right there. And that helps you open up jars. So let me grab a jar and show you how it works. So it doesn't matter if it's something commercial like this. And I know many of you have never seen this before. I shared it because it was on sale. I think it was like last week. And so many of you had wondered if they made something like this. And I'm here to say they do. So you'll see that one side is flat and one side has 2 rows of teeth. I don't know how well that's showing up. But all you do is you take, and it doesn't matter the size, okay? It can be a big jar or a small jar. All you do is take your jar and you slide it until it hits, and then it will open up the jar just like that for you. And so this, no more struggling with getting jars open. I will show you here my scars from the accident. So I have big metal rakes in my wrists now that make it really tough for me to I don't have a lot of, I don't have a working thumb, and I don't, this pinky is actually getting better. I can actually lift it a little bit now, but I've lost control of my pinky and my thumb. So, opening jars is just really difficult for me. So this helps so much. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a commercial lid or if it's a home plastic lid, it works the same way. You're just going to take it, slide it. And that one was sticky because of the jelly. But there you go. Let's see if I can get it loose with one hand. Hold on. Oh, you're there. There you go. So there you have it. On, off. But that is it. That is like one of my favorite tools that I use all the time. Anytime I'm opening a jar, you guys. And like I said, it stays hidden. And you can't see it, and it's wonderful. From that spot of my kitchen over here, I will show you some of my favorite tools over here. The first one has to be the salt and pepper shaker. I love fresh cracked pepper and salt in my food. I think once you go fresh cracked, it's very hard to go back to like pre-packaged, pre-ground. So I used to have the salt and pepper shaker, the wooden ones that you used to be able to twist, and I'm no longer able to do that. So I found these, and I believe it also comes in a stainless color and a black color, I believe. I have the copper ones, and I'm just going to take this little spoon holder and show you. All you do, and they are lit up, you adjust the grind by twisting this little piece. If you twist to the right, it's a finer grind. If you twist to the left, it's a harder grind. So depending on how fine or how big you want it, and then they light up on top of that, so you can actually see your food and see that you're seasoning your food. All you do is tip it over just like that, and you can see that the pepper comes out, and that's it. It's that easy. You just fill the base of it, and super easy. This one is the salt. I have pink Himalayan sea salt in this one. And that is it. And I tell you, this has been a lifesaver for me because no longer do I have to try to crank with my wrists. It used to give me, what do they call them? I think they call them stingers, where like if you hurt your wrist or you twist your wrist the wrong way, you get that sharp pain. I get that a lot in my wrist if I try to overdo things. So being able to have freshly cracked pepper and salt in my food, and if you can see there we go, if you can see that, it's just been such a game changer for me, and just makes, you know, cooking and enjoying food so much better when I can have fresh ground and I don't have to struggle while doing it. That leads me to this next tool. This is my my olive oil dispenser, if you will, and the top will hold 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now you can use any oil in this. You can use vinegar in this. I choose to use the extra virgin olive oil because that's what I bake bread with. That's what I use a lot in my cooking. And on both sides they've got these little buttons, and all you do with your hand is you're going to grab the buttons and then you're going to squeeze, and you see how it pours, and it will fill it all the way up to the 3 tablespoon mark. And it makes baking bread so nice because most of my bread recipes, as you see back there with my baguette recipe, takes about 3 tablespoons of olive oil when I make it. So I don't have to measure this out anymore. It's already done. If we are having like bread and I want to dip bread, it's so nice because I can just get a little cup out of here and pour in the olive oil, because I like to dunk my bread. I don't like butter. I prefer olive oil. And then you can crack a little pepper in there. And you can crack a little sea salt in there. And then all of a sudden, you've got like the perfect little dip for your fresh baked bread. And I love it. So I love this dispenser. This comes in a 2-pack. It comes with a taller one and it comes with this shorter one. And you can, again, you can use any kind of oil in them. You can put vinegar in them, however you want to use them. But it's so great. It's so easy because all you have to do is just, you know, press the little button and it's filled. And I love it. I've used mine so much that my little measure on the side has worn off. But I know it by heart now, what a 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons look like. But there is a little measurement that does come on the side here. But I've had mine, well, let's see, it's been about 2.5 years. So I've gotten a lot of use out of this. One of my favorite things. And just to mention that, I recently got this. This is new to me. This is extra virgin olive oil with my homegrown rosemary that I dried, that I added to it. And I really like this because this has a brush. And so when I'm brushing something, like bread, this is really nice, especially like pizza crust. You've got the brush already there, and all you do is you place it on there, and then you just squeeze it, and the olive oil will come up. See that? And so this is rosemary infused olive oil, so it's got an amazing flavor, and like I said, I love using it on my pizza crust. But this has made even just brushing really nice, because I can just take it to the side, brush it on my pizza crust, and I'm done. And so that is a great way to infuse oil and have it be very simple for your hands. So I thought I'd mention that. That's newer to me. I've only had it for like, I want to say maybe a month, and I'm really loving that though, and so are the kids because they love the flavor. Okay, and then just a couple of last few things that I love. I have since traded off. Now I have this KitchenAid can opener, which I love, and it does cut underneath so that you don't get that sharp, the sharp edges, which is great. But to crank this, even though it's smooth, to crank this is very difficult for my hand to do. So I found this, and in fact, I love this so much, I have gifted this to a lot of my family and my friends. The first person I gifted this to was my stepmom, who came and lived with me. And so when they were here right after the accident that summer, I bought this. That's how long I've had this. And she used it and she loved it. So I bought her one too because she had some issues with using a traditional can opener as well. And since then I have gifted this to many of my family and my friends. This is an electric can opener and it cuts from underneath. So let me get a can so I can show you. We're going to use a can of pineapples here. So all you do is very, very easy. You'll see that it does run on batteries, so you'll need to put batteries in it. But all you do is you just lay it on the side. That's it. It will automatically magnetize itself on there. Okay, so you just lay it on, and then you press this button, and you'll see that it stands itself up and opens up the can all by itself for you. I love this thing. I think it comes in different colors. I got whatever was cheap. I didn't care. On certain things, I don't care about the color. On Amazon, sometimes they'll have a color cheaper than other colors, so I always usually get the cheapest. But it does come in different colors if you want to match your kitchen. So here we go. And when it finishes, you'll hear it. And you'll see it lay flat. And then all you do is press the button, and it just comes off just like that. Now you can use the magnet to lift this off, but I don't feel the need to have to do that. So there you go. And you have all the smooth edges, so there's nothing sharp, nothing sharp. So it is wonderful, you guys. I absolutely love this thing, and it's probably one of my favorite I don't want to call them for, like, for handicap. For challenges. If you're hand challenged, whether it be arthritis, whether it be an injury, I happen to have both. Whether it's just you struggle, this has made life so much easier for me, and I absolutely love it. So there's that. This little thing, I bought this I think last year, and I have one for flour and one that I use for powdered sugar, and you literally just kind of scoop it and close it and then sprinkle. And I tell you, I waste so little flour and so little powdered sugar with this now. I used to have one of those screen meshes that you have with the handle, but again, it's difficult. Like, doing this with my hand is just, I just can't do it. With this, all you have to do is tap your finger, and it'll tap the flour and the powdered sugar for you. Hold on, let me get some flour in here, and I'll show you. So, I'll show you how easy it is. So you just open it up, okay? And you can even use the palm of your hand, which is what I do. Okay, you open it up, and then you just dip a little flour in there, close it up. And then if you're flouring your surface, you literally, just like that. And it comes out so nice, so even. And I waste so much less flour and powdered sugar than I used to. It's been an amazing tool. So I really love this. And this also comes in a 2-pack. So you get 2 of them. That's why I use one for flour, one for powdered sugar. So this is wonderful. And then that leads me to this. And I hope I can find this, because I bought this before the before our accident, but I tell you, I use this now for almost everything. From even if I'm like, say I'm cutting up vegetables, I scrape it up with this. Like, this cleans up my board. This cleans up everything. I can clean up scraps. I can move things from my cutting board to my pot as I'm cooking. I use it, of course, for bread dough. I use this for everything because of the size, and it just fits in my hand so nicely. I have control over cutting, and I have control over scraping up scraps like onion skins and, you know, carrot shreds and little tiny peppers when I'm cutting peppers and I got to try to get it in the pot. This is just so nice. I just scoop it up and then I'm able to like bring it right over to my Instant Pot and dump it in. And this has helped me so much. But this is old, so I'm going to see if I can find this, and I believe this is by Betty Crocker. If I can't find the exact one, I will find one that's similar and add it below. And then I think the last thing that I invested in was this butcher block. Now, this is an antique butcher block, and this was something that Matt and I had talked about adding to the kitchen long before the accident, because so many of you said, Heather, you need a kitchen island. And I was like, I do need a kitchen island. So I actually looked at kitchen islands, like, you know, on Amazon, the rolling carts and that kind of thing. But we never got around to doing it. And then I kept my eye on prices on these. And in my area, they're usually expensive. I'm talking like $500, okay, $600. So I never bought one. But after the accident, when I started getting back into my kitchen, I had a big cutting board, probably almost the size of this, maybe up to here. It was a large cutting board, and it was my mom's. Now, my mom and my dad were both butchers. So I had her cutting board since I was married. She gave me her cutting board and she gave me her rolling pin. And I still have her rolling pin, but I had her cutting board. And it was wood, but it was so heavy for me. And it was so hard on my hands to carry with my crushed leg injury. I couldn't carry it. It was hard for my hands and it was hard for my leg. Like, if I didn't drop it from my hands, I was going to trip over myself with my leg. So I finally had to succumb to realizing that I can't carry a cutting board anymore. And so I started looking back for one of these carts, and I found a beautiful older couple who was selling theirs. They were downsizing. They were moving from a house to a condo, and they just wanted it gone. They wanted it to go to a happy home. And this is an antique, and it comes from the Michigan, it's a place, I think, up in the, was it Traverse City or up in the UP? I can't remember now. Brain injury is real. But it is an antique, $200, and it is in great shape. And they added these caster rollers on it, and so I can move it around if I wanted to. I don't. It does have some scuffs on it, which can be redone. It can be sanded down and redone. But this has been a game changer for me because I no longer have to have a cutting board. I have a cutting board that also serves as a little kitchen island if I need to serve, like I serve bread off of it for Thanksgiving. But it's so nice to have like a workstation here now that's easy for me just to go from the sink, wash it up. I can go from here to my stove. I can go from here to my Instant Pot. And I'm not carrying anything around anymore. And so I gifted my cutting board to my oldest son, Jake, as a housewarming gift because he had just bought his first house last year. And so he uses it now, and he gets a lot of use out of that cutting board, and him and my mother were very close. And so the cutting board found a new home and I am using this and I am loving this. So like, I don't know if this, yeah, I would think that something like this would be available in other places, and I don't know if they still make anything like this or not. But this has been a game changer. I also got a stool, and I think this rotates on the top. I got this at a garage sale for $10, and just being able to sit on days where my leg is really aching, especially like before a storm, or if I've been on my leg for a long time. My leg has no lymphatic system in it, so it swells if I don't elevate it. So if I'm on my feet a lot, it's nice to be able to sit and, you know, chop vegetables or whatever I need right here. And that has been a game changer too for me. So I would say, let me spin you around so I can talk to you. I would say, whatever you're struggling with, whatever your challenge is, a lot of my, like, I want to say my sadness, my grief was more than just losing my person. I lost myself. I lost a big part of my identity, who I was. I was no longer a wife. I lost my best friend, like all of that. And then on top of it, I lost my ability to care for my family. I lost my ability to do the very things that used to help with my anxiety. When I used to suffer from panic attacks, or super stressed out, I loved to be able to can or bake bread. And not having that was so depressing to me, and I didn't think I'd ever be able to get back to it. I never thought I'd be healed enough. And when you have surgeons and specialists telling you, you know, you're permanently disabled, Heather, like, you need to come to terms with that. I would pray on it, and I would say, Lord, fix it for me. Like, show me a way. Show me a way that I can do the things I love, to come back here to you guys. It was so important to me. It was so important to my well-being and my spirit. I realized I had to make adjustments. I could come back, but I couldn't come back the Heather that I was prior to our tragedy. And so I had to say goodbye to that old Heather, and I had to embrace the new Heather. And from there, I had to figure out, okay, what am I struggling with? What are my challenges? And then figure out a way to solve those problems. And these are just a couple of the tools that I have that have helped me solve those challenges. And so me making this video, and I'm going to pray over this before I even upload it to you guys to watch, because my prayer is, Lord, that this video helps at least even one of you out there who's struggling, who is missing being in your kitchen, who is missing providing for your family here. Somebody said, Heather, everything you make looks like the love just oozes out of it. And it's because it does. Like cooking, canning, baking bread, like, it is my joy. And I do it with love, and I do it in prayer, and I do it to the glory of my God. And if I can help one of you get that back, then this video is worth it. So I'm going to leave all the links down below, as many as I can find for you. And if you need help finding something, just leave a comment down below, and I do all my own comments. I know some people, some YouTubers have other people, they kind of issue that out to other people to help them. I do all my own things on my channel, so every comment you leave, I will see. So I read. I'm the one who gives you hearts, and I'm the one who responds. So leave a comment down below for me. I will see it, and I will help you as much as I can. God bless you, and I hope, my prayer is that this can help you guys, or somebody that you know and that you love who's struggling, to get them back in the kitchen, to get them back to doing the things that they love, that brings them joy. that lifts their spirits. So, all right, with that, I love you. I'm going to go edit this, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.